This is B-Car, and I present to you an AAR for Operation Dead End that occurred on 9th February 2018. This was a firefight, so it's smaller teams, round 2. I'm on Squad 2. I'm in Alpha, serving as LAT under Sunny, FTL. FO is the Scout, Forward Observer. I figured that would work. So we're going to focus on this point here. I'm going to call it Yellow 3. But it's basically the third point in a set of patrol coordinates that USA has to physically walk on as part of their mission parameters. They have to go from 1 to 3 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, and then back to their base of police station to hold out until the end of the round. That's the yellow objectives for this map. There's also 2 other sets of objectives that are using a light vehicle convoy. They have to take out 4 hidden technicals across the map, and the other objective is they have to basically sit in training camp and await their doom against in a wide open space like that. They have to defend training camp against all comers. We ended up spawning with platoon at the westernmost point. We basically waited for live. The platoon commander looked up and saw that no one was at training camp. So his basic plan, B, his backup plan that he was relying on would be going down to southeast of school, which is where Yellow 3 is. There are 3 major points that we deployed in. The far eastern point was where our squad lead 2, and Bravo set up. They were basically the support element. They were holding down at least 2 directions mainly. They were holding south and they were holding east, but they also had an eye to the north because it's just easier for them. They have much more capability than we did. I was in Alpha, where the fire team marker that's more towards the west, towards the middle of the 3 on your screen here. The idea was to basically get into all the buildings and have a nice sort of view of the road, just in case they decided to saunter up the road. There's a lot of alleyways and a lot of walls that they could climb thanks to V10 with mantling that we had to sort of keep an eye out for. And the element on the left, the far west element, was actually platoon and our forward observer, our squad leader. Since he had binocs, he was the prime and a binocs and the SKS. He was pretty much the prime, the best person to really look out that direction and give some sort of report on what was going on. And he would actually prove to fill a very important role in this attack. And he's, of course, with several EI confirmed kills and yada yada yada. It was actually, he was actually pretty influential with how the whole round turned out. We're not even entirely in our positions yet when we start hearing reports from Bravo and our squad leader that there's an EI squad north and they're advancing south. And the realization sort of dawns on everyone, especially Commander, that they were doing the patrol objectives in backwards order. And it seems to be an okay interpretation of the rules. It was a nice play by them because it caught us with a little bit less time to prepare for incoming attack.
They're coming in north, 50 meters, 100 meters.
Oh shit.
Get in a cover.
What the fuck is the point? Okay, it's there.
They might run into me first. What are we?
Ambush them when they run in, guys.
Barely even at my cover yet before I start hearing the calls that these guys are 50 to 100 meters away, which is way too close for me to be out of cover, especially from the direction that they're coming from. I feel completely panicked at this point. So I run into the cover and I click the wrong button. I mean to get a frag rocket out. I get the frag rocket out eventually, and I start pointing it in that direction, knowing that if I see someone and they're on the opposite bank, I'm going to shoot this rocket.
What riverbank? North of us?
I think so.
Delta 347, they just passed by that right now.
They're
They
right.
gotta come
They're east
down.
of us. They're east of us. Right? That's what you're saying?
GL.
Who was that?
I load my rocket. I see an enemy soldier across the riverbed there. I point my rocket at that direction. I pull the trigger. I light that fucker up immediately. There's zero question as to what I do right there. I'm pretty sure I see two. I'm pretty sure I got more than one right there. Feels good, man. Feels fucking good. So I decide to put my rocket away. I got my AKMS out and I'm looking around. I'm looking to make sure no one's getting through the compound to my north. And then I'm looking to make sure no one's coming around the corner, tries anything funny with the bridge. I hear Jive. I see Jive shooting, and then I try to focus. And I totally fucking choke.
Yeah, the J-Way's down.
Here, they're coming in hot.
Tony, they're right over here in this riverbed.
They're probably gonna go for the point so they can get out of here. Fighting's getting closer.
God damn it. Fuck. So, that happened to me, which was super fucking cool, and I really enjoyed. Thanks to myself for fucking myself over. But at least the rest of the fire team, before they went down really, repelled the enemy squad. Since our other squad is sort of rotated in from the east, eventually they get there and they start reinforcing us. We pretty much end up trapping that fire team there. They don't make any real forward progress until they get reinforcements. Their reinforcements are all the way across the map. They move out, they eventually get there, and then they run into Sonny, our FO, who just fucking wrecks a bunch of them. Bunch of those guys, and then that reinforcement group keeps moving east. They end up sort of clashing with a group from Squad 1 that retakes the compound. Squad 1's fire team pretty much gets wiped. They have like one guy left at the compound as the EI squad consolidates on the north side, or rather the south side of the river, and they're starting to move out more east, more northeast. And this is where they try to make their last reorganized push. They try to extend their advantage to the far east. And at this point, someone decides to go over there and watch. It ends up not really being effective, but provides a lot of information to the team. The EI remnant ends up doing some weird smoke maneuver. A couple guys cross the river. One of them gets gunned down, and there's one person across the river. The rest of the team is up top. This is when the far west element has swept so far north that they are really giving chase to the EI remnant. Here, the flanking buddy team gets a couple of kills, and there's an exchange. A grenade is thrown. We lose someone else, and it comes down to this last U.S. soldier over here, and he gets popped before he can even try to make that silhouette out. It comes down to one guy trying to creep up to the line, and he never gets there. GG.